They don't care. You know who they're going to play with? They're going to play with the 2000 Miami Hurricanes. Why? Because they can win with that team, and it's nostalgic.
Like,
I don't care about the 2022 Horned Toads. They suck compared to the 2000 Miami Hurricanes.
hey man, look, 2008 Florida Gators on a different level too.
Boy,
Hey man,
look
my
here.
echo.
There's 2000. I put the 2010 Gators against these 2022 Horned Toad, whatever they call.
Everybody needs an opportunity. Man,
Man, please. We didn't even have a quarterback, and I would have put. They couldn't score on our defense. Get out of here.
Yeah, it's crazy. What you think on what topics you want to run with today?
I don't know. You ain't sent me nothing, man. Cause I don't know. It's just been so much going on today. And you know what's? Oh God, a topic that's really been grinding my gears, and it seems like it's been doing it for years. Because he's one of my favorite players of all time, but they keep bringing him up in these conversations of Super Bowl, and he's just doing so wonderful. And I'm wondering what everyone is. I can't say what I want to say because the type of show that we on. But the infatuation and love with Aaron Rodgers right now, and the Jets.
And the Jets?
Yeah, like I said, Aaron Rodgers is one of my favorite NFL players of all time. Personally, he's the most talented quarterback I have ever seen throw the ball. I was mesmerized by Rodgers for about a good 3 to 4 year span. The man could do no wrong except winning the playoffs, which leads me to my point. This guy was back-to-back MVP. What did that back-to-back MVP do in the playoffs?
Boo boo.
2 touchdowns. Obviously L's, and hardly, I think, maybe 400 on maybe 500 yards in 2 games.
Yeah.
And then this the Jets. When's the last time they currently have the longest playoff drought? When's the last time they were actually relevant in the playoffs?
I think it was I think the last time they were relevant was when they
That
had
last time they were in the playoffs, which was 14 plus years ago, and then before then,
Chad Pennington.
Do I need to say the name Rex Grossman? Ugh. Do I need to go way further back because I can't name you anybody in between that? To all the way back to the 60s when they won a Super Bowl? Come on, man. That's the team that we're banking on to. Now, granted, everybody knows their roster. It looks wonderful, especially with the additions that they made.
But paper don't win you games.
Paper don't win you games, cuz.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I think I am echoing. Hold on. Okay. I see your point. Aaron Rodgers he's the reason why the Jets getting a lot of love. There's no actual facts of them actually, their resume over the last 20 years doesn't say put my money on this team. Like you said, Rex Ryan is the last coach to get them somewhere. And I mean, he had a crazy roster. And not only that, they still didn't get to the Super Bowl with a crazy roster. And I know people like to say quarterback.
Well, they had a crazy defense. The offense had good players.
But I mean,
the offense has some great players. I'm sorry.
Even with that roster, you should be able to at least get to the Super Bowl. But again, people don't realize
AFC champ.
People don't realize. Yeah, everyone makes it to the AFC Championship game, but you have to literally beat the Steelers, the Colts, the Patriots, or the Ravens every single year. And then you might get tripped up and end up falling into playing a good Titans team, or you might play a Jaguars team that has an actual really, really good defense. So I hate when people like to put on the NFC is even with the AFC. They haven't been even with the AFC in over 20 years. They might win the Super Bowl. Great. But if you go through the same gauntlet to get to the Super Bowl, I don't think you coming in there as healthy as an ox that like the NFC side has come in on. The AFC is always coming injured. Aaron Rodgers, I think it was a bad idea for him to come over to the AFC side when you should have did that when Patrick Mahomes was fairly new still. Tom was still with the Patriots trying to, about in his run. You should have did it when these quarterbacks weren't seasoned. They about 5, 6, 7 years in now. These boys are ready. They're not even ready. Their teams have already gone through multiple transitions. As in,
Yeah,
they've
yeah,
won with the
actually,
team
yeah.
they had originally, and then they've swapped out pieces and parts for maybe lesser quality, but gotten the same production. So now they're operating in the same mold like the Kansas City Chiefs of what the Patriots did or what the Colts have done, like or what the Steelers have always done. I just think it was a dramatic drop for him to go to the go to the Jets. Now, like you said, the 2-time MVP, Aaron Rodgers. What did it get him? He got him nothing. We're actually seeing how somebody we can give you accolades in the regular season and don't mean nothing in the playoff season right now. Actually, in seeing Rudy Gobert get dog walked by we got him seeing him dog walked by no Jokic put on a awesome performance the same night they both got crowned MVP, defensive MVP. I'm the league MVP. There's a difference. And then
Facts.
now you see what Luka did to him. Put him on skates, put him on a highlight reel, and then dropped him off. He knew when he stepped up to him like, oh, it's barbecue chicken. Not only that,
Can't guard me.
there's a clip where I think the 12th man on the bench gets the ball from Luke, gets the ball off the rebound. Right, he's about to pass it to Luka. Luka sees that Rudy's about to step out to guard this man, and Luka says, "Take it, go ahead and take it." And
Feel
dude, what? What? I'm starting to ask questions. Are we giving out these awards just because we don't want to take the time out to really do our research and really watch the games? Yeah, he won 3 defensive MVPs, but what did that get you? Now back to Aaron Rodgers. Again, what is that getting you? At some point in time, when you're one of the great quarterbacks in the NFL of history, it's not about the MVPs that you always get because you're going to show out during the regular season. It's about what you do in the postseason. Like, let's think about it. And we think about Peyton Manning. The only calling card that was like he's good in the regular season is can he get through the postseason? That was the only thing. And once he got through the postseason and then got the Broncos, that's a little asterisk there. But still got the Broncos to the Super Bowl.
No ask you, man.
All right, now we ain't gonna act like bro wasn't injured and they gave him day near the entire
Hey,
regular season.
man. Hey, you think they would have won with Brock Osweiler?
I don't know. Nick Foles won it with the Eagles.
Hey, look, Nick Foles is a chance in a million type of guy. We see what type of guy Nick Foles is.
He's like, hey, he's like, bring me in the critical moments. I got you.
Hey,
In the
gotcha.
in the postseason.
Bonafide starter?
Nah,
Nah, I don't do that, guys. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't want the bench for you, but in the postseason. But I get where you're coming from, man. I get where you're coming from. Aaron Rodgers is a lot of talk. I think they just got like 4 or 5 primetime games coming up this season, and unless the referees are going to give them games, you have to play the Buffalo Bills. You have to play a very fast Miami Dolphins team. You have to play. I don't know what the Patriots are going to look like, but you still have to play them. And
I wouldn't be surprised if they ended off well and they hit the Jets at the end of their stretch.
you know what I'm saying? So this is not. And I'm be real. This is odd because I've never seen the NFL react this much to a particular team like they're doing with that has no form of credibility. Aaron Rodgers last time he won the Super Bowl
Cowboys
was
every year.
look. They bringing in the most money. As that might be a little different.
Touche.
But the difference is the Cowboys are in the playoffs. At least in the playoffs. The Jets are not getting to the playoffs in a weak division. You have even said this.
Touche.
You have said this multiple times. The Patriots have won because what? The division is weak. Now, Patriots ain't great. The Bills are having trouble. And guess what? You still can't get to the playoffs. Like, you can't sustain yourself. And these are, and I don't know if you blame Robert Saleh. I don't know if you blame just the overall ownership, but you can't get there. The Giants have won multiple championships in your time span. That's not
blame. I don't. Yeah, that's because okay. we'll put it up there at number one. Everyone knows it. Tear it apart. The turf, it sucks.
Oh
It's the
yeah.
worst one in the league. Get rid of it. Everyone knows it. Damn the contract. I think it's for like another 3 to 5 years. Damn it. Get rid of it. It's trash. It's hurt multiple players over a decade. Scratch it. I can't blame Salah because obviously you have a top five defense every year. He's taking care of his position. What he's not doing, what he's not doing is taking care of their offense. And he allowed these idiots to bring in Nathaniel Hackett. For some reason, he didn't call plays in Green Bay. Oh, but he can't coach. Okay. Can't head
But we,
coach. He
but we,
couldn't call plays in Denver, but he's gonna come do it here.
but we saw this already before. We saw this recently. We've seen this recently in the NFL. The Chargers.
Oh,
What the heck was that?
Brandon Staley. So
You know what
this
I'm
is
saying?
literally, yeah, this is Brandon Staley, except Denver was much smarter in the moment than the Chargers and whatever their ownership was. I can't think of their name at the moment. So yeah, pretty much. So if you've already been shown that, if he's just not it, he's never been it. Why is he still there? Just because he's good drinking buddies with your quarterback? Hey, quarterback, yo, head coach is not calling your offense no more. Regardless of you vetoing whatever he called for you to go make a play, he still called the offense. Yo, guy not doing that at all. So
Not
you can't
not
fall back on your head coach. Your defense is good. Your defense, they're gonna get their job done. But your field has a propensity to hurt your players. Your coordinator is poo poo to putt, and you have a history in this place of wetting the bed, and you kind of do too, Aaron. You got a lot to prove right now. There's a
40-year-old
lot,
quarterback.
and you're at the end of your career too.
It's a 40-year-old quarterback, and I'm
Coming
not
off ACL
saying
or
that you can't be
Achilles.
great, but there's too much on him as a guy who hasn't proven himself. And I mean, again, proving in talent is what it is. Proving yourself, it really does mean in the most critical situations. And he hasn't done it since what 2009, 2010, I think. That's
Yeah, 2010.
a long time ago, dude. Like you got people who ain't never seen you win anything significant, but they're being told you are this great. But we're seeing another guy, two guys, three guys. It seemed like go to the playoffs or to the Super Bowl, regardless of the AFC side or the NFC side. Everyone's getting an opportunity to win when you're still here, and that to me is a significant problem. You're supposed to be the gatekeeper, but you're giving the key to everyone. So Aaron Rodgers, like you said, you have a lot to prove. You have more than maybe any quarterback on the AFC side to prove. Yes, you have a championship ring. Yes, you do. However, Brett Favre also had a championship ring once, and it took him. He didn't get back. So now we're asking ourselves: you're just a better throwing, less interception throwing Brett Favre, and you have issues with your teammates. Because again, your teammates or upper management when you was at Green Bay, the team that what did we just see Love do? What did we see Love do? Boy went dancing in the playoffs. Dancing
Like,
in the
like, bro, like what you just said right there is very important. Like, I'll even go back and stuff. I just thought of, I just did a mental list of quarterbacks who performed in NFC champs and Super Bowls that represented NFC that have done so better than Aaron Rodgers in the last decade. Huh, it's not a pretty list of guys. Some of them are nice, but they're not Aaron Rodgers. And then you get to this last point you just made. What did Jordan Love just do this season and then in the playoffs? Like, Aaron, you telling me that you couldn't have done that and wistfully gave this team off to Love this year? This like y'all could have done this last year. You probably could have went to the NFC champ just like you did. Had another year like that again where you can say, hey, this the final. This right here is legit the final run, not the BS that you ended with, but an actual good final run. And this could have been Jordan Love's team this year. But no, you didn't want to vibe with your receivers. You didn't want to listen to your coach. You were sad that you weren't getting the voice that you thought you should have heard. Your team just mollywopped the Dallas Cowboys and was in the NFC Championship against the best team, possibly one of the best teams in the NFL, and was competing. And you
I
telling
got
me that you didn't do that in your last year at Green Bay, bro?
I got you right. Think about it here. Jordan Love. All right, so bringing up his stats from the playoffs, right? In the 2 games, my man had 67% completion percentage. Really good, and that's really good in the playoffs. 466 yards passing. He averaged 8 yards per pass, and 5 TDs and only 2 interceptions. He had a quarterback rating of 108.6. My guy was out here balling
That's
out
playing
there.
against Dallas and San Francisco, bro. That's his first year in the playoffs. Aaron, you couldn't do that. You left a bad taste in Green Bay mouth that last year, bro. And Love did that on his first year in the playoffs.
I got a
Come on,
question.
man.
I got a question for you. If you were to look at this, let's say you take Aaron Rodgers, right? He's been put on the Jets. And if you look at the Lions, the Detroit Lions, and who they had at quarterback, do you think Aaron Rodgers can have the same type of success? Because we just saw
Like Detroit.
not just like Detroit's quarterback, Jared Goff, who's been to the
Oh
Super
yeah.
Bowl,
Well, okay.
in your time frame that you're saying. Super Bowl in his time frame, yes. Now he look, put it this way. I'm gonna adjust this a little bit. Super Bowl with a really good team with the Rams, right? Yes, they got rid of him because they wanted to win now. They felt like he wasn't ready. But we just saw the Lions build a solid team around him, capable of beating a lot of really good teams, get
Yeah.
to the AFC Championship game. NFC Championship game was really close to actually going to this actual Super Bowl, right? And that's top it all off. He's in basically the same situation Aaron Rodgers in right now, currently. Same situation. But I would say this: the Jets roster is more set up now, better than when Jared Goff got brought over there to the Rams. I mean, got kicked off the Rams and sent over to the Lions to die. They sent him over there. They sent him over there for his career to end.
So let's think about what the Rams went to the Super Bowl in 18, 19.
When they went twice, so you
The one with golf. That was 18. No, 6, 5, 18, 19. They just go back and think about that team that they had. Just the defense alone, and then going over to the offense. That team was stupid. Okay, about the requisite actual playoff contending teams during that time. What the AFC picture look like right now? You got Kansas City, Houston. You got the Ravens. You got the Steelers every year. You got Buffalo. You got Cincinnati. That's 6 hard hitting teams. You not to mention Miami. You just said that's the fastest offense in the league. Indianapolis was looking good before Anthony got hurt. He's coming back. He healthy this year. They got some their defense. Their offense should be clicking this year. So that it's like he has too much to go against. Do I think he can put up good numbers like Golf? Cool. He could even put up Golf numbers for the Super Bowl year. I don't think they have the luck of the draw when it comes to their schedule and conference, nor when it comes to those top dogs that they got to get through in order to get to the Super Bowl, like Golf did, or what he went through last year. NFC was very lucky for those top teams. Philly got hurt. Dallas is Dallas. You know, uh, Kirk got hurt. Philly and Kirk being hurt really killed you. I ain't gonna hold you. That really killed you right there. The Saints weren't like that. Their team is old. So your top dogs were really your top dogs in the NFC last year. In the AFC, you don't know who your top dog gonna be this year. You know a top dog in Kansas City. Other than that, them next three guys, you can get beat up any given day, and I just don't think the Jets are. They might be top 10. I don't even know who the top 10 in the AFC are right now, just to be frank, due to injuries and other stuff. But I just don't see them having any type of real playoff success, just to be honest.